everybody, it's Paranormal with Yuri. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you guys, we are going to be talking about a creepy real life story that's happened to somebody. Yes, we're bringing that back on the channel. We are going to be talking about something creepy that's happened to a real life person. So I'm going to be sharing that here with you guys tonight, here on this channel. Now, before we get into the video, make sure to quickly leave a like and also subscribe and leave a comment down below. Now, I'm sorry if I sound a little off today. I know I must sound different from my other YouTube videos. I'm not feeling well, but I didn't want to not make a YouTube video just because I'm not feeling well. I didn't want that to be an excuse to not film my video for my channel. If, however, every single day, I have to film a video for my YouTube channel, which I do because it's my schedule, I will do it even if I'm not feeling well. And I'm in an okay condition to film, so I've decided to film this video for you guys today. And I would never not upload unless I was doing something with my family or if it was something important. But I mean, never mind about that. Let's just get into the video, right, you guys? Anyways, yeah, let's get started. So, right now I'm going to be reading the story about what happened to this person, and then we're going to talk about, how I feel about it and, my thoughts and opinions on, this particular thing that's happened. Okay, you guys, I believe the story is called Ghost in the Mirror, but if I'm not, correct, I'll just correct myself, in this video later on. Okay. It says, I used to visit my friend at her house in a rural farming area before she moved. I slept over a lot and we'd just hang out and draw. I usually slept in the living room on the couch, and there were 2 mirrors in the room fairly close to the TV. When the TV was off and I was walking by, I started seeing shadows move behind me. I thought it was just a warped TV screen or something. Then one evening, I walked into the living room to get my sketchbook so I could sketch her in the bedroom. I bent over and picked it up, stood up straight, looked in the mirror, and there was a man behind me. A man standing in the hallway leading to the living room. He was average height, bald, and a bit old. I turned to look at him, and then there was no one there. Turned to look at the mirror again, and he was gone. I felt a little spooked. Another time, we were just sitting in the living room and we heard what sounded like little kids' footsteps running across the upstairs quickly. She had 2 adult siblings, but they were out at work, leaving us alone around the time. I decided to sleep in my friend's room instead of the living room, only to wake up in the middle of the night to see 4 of her posters slowly get peeled off the wall. It wasn't them falling or dragging each other down. They looked as if someone was carefully unsticking the tape and taking them down. The next morning, my friend put them back up, saying, I need to get better tape for these. She asked her family, eventually they moved out. She and her family eventually moved out because they couldn't afford to live there anymore. We had never really talked about what happened in the house, as if talking about it would make it worse. But after she moved, I finally said, dude, your house is haunted. I hope you realize that. She replied, yeah, I knew it was. Some guy and his granddaughter lived there, but he killed her and then himself. Oh my god, you guys. So it was probably them or something. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to scare you away from hanging out with me. Then she dug out a copy of a news article she got from a local newspaper, and then murder. The picture that went with the article was a picture of the man I saw standing behind me in the mirror. Unfortunately, I have no clue where to find that article now, or if my friend has her copy. If I dug, though, I could probably find it, but I don't have the time, and I don't live near the area anymore. I don't even remember her town name or address because they moved out close to 10 years ago, so you'll have to take my word for it. Okay, you guys, so sorry, you guys, there's an ant there. I don't know why ants always keep coming. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about this story, my thoughts and opinions on it. Now, it quite reminds me of the story of Grudge. I don't know if you guys know that story, but it's a real life story that happened to a Japanese lady. Her husband went crazy and killed her whole family, then her, then himself. So it, reminded me of that story. It was a movie, you know, a real life story turned into a movie. This story quite reminds me of that, except, you know, this girl said she saw, you know, that guy in the mirror. So it's just a little like weird. It's really creepy, you know. I think I would believe it because, I mean, usually they say that mirrors are portals to the other side. I mean, pretty much like, you know, if you see something in the mirror, it's because it's a portal to the other side. But that's just what I and a few others in the paranormal side we believe. I don't know, you know, I mean, a lot of skeptics might have different thoughts on this, but right now we're talking about my thoughts. So really, I just think that, you know, this whole story, it's realistic, you know. It seems a little creepy. Well, it seems a lot creepy. I mean, who knew that, you know, people actually wouldn't look up, you know, the history behind the houses they buy before moving into the house. I mean, I think the proper thing to do, if you're going to move into a house, is like look up the history behind it before you buy the house, because you never know what would lie inside the house. I mean, not like every house is haunted or anything, or even has history. You know, most houses probably don't, but it's still safe to look up the history of the house before you're gonna buy or move into it, because you never know. Sometimes a house that's too cheap seems suspicious. Like, you know how in those movies where, you know, the houses would be cheap for like the apparent reason that it was a haunted house, that kind of thing. I mean, some houses are just cheap for the reason that, you know, nobody wants to live there because it's haunted, da 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 da, and you don't know this history because you didn't look into it, you just bought the house and move in. That's what I mean, you know, like, it, at least if you're gonna buy a house or move in somewhere, at least make sure to look up the history on it, or make sure to really research about the house before buying or moving in. I mean, you should be doing that anyways. I mean, you want to make sure that it's the sorry you guys, I said rice. I mean, you want to make sure that it's the right house for you in the first place, because, you know, I mean, first of all, like, if you're gonna live in a house for a long time, because, you know, you're buying a house to live in it for a long time, you should look up the history behind it. You know, you should make sure that, you know, it's the right house for you, because like I said, you know, it's a house you're gonna be living in for a long time, and, you know, it's just what you should do. You guys, sorry guys, I'm back, but like I was saying, you know, you should look up the history of the house if you're gonna be living in it for a long time, in my opinion, because you don't want to go buying a haunted house that's gonna be, you know, haunted, and you're gonna be spending your life, you know, being haunted by those ghosts or whatever. I don't know, you guys, but it seems believable, you know. The story is, it seems real enough, and the fact that she did mention that, you know, there was a newspaper to prove that. Girl, where the hell is the newspaper? We gotta see it. But anyway, she said that she couldn't find the newspaper, and she didn't have time to find her friend who had the other copy, and she didn't even know if her friend did have the other copy. But she said we had to take her word for it. And honestly, you know, as a person who have been looking into paranormal things for a while now, reading paranormal stories, listening about urban legends and all of that kind of stuff, I honestly believe it. I mean, it would seem like a pretty believable thing, you guys. I don't know. And so sorry for that cut off just now. My cousin came into the room and interrupted me, so I had to end the video, and so to make this other part. But anyways, you guys, I mean, that was pretty much it, you know. Let me know in the comments down below if you do happen to see this video, you know, your thoughts and opinions on this. Do you think it's believable, or do you think it's a whole fabricated story just for attention and views? I mean, honestly, I just want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this as well. I mean, it'll be interesting. You know, and if you have heard of Grudge, I mean, you would know or think that it's a little bit similar in a way because of how, you know, the story happened, you know, the way the story took place. I mean, he just went crazy and, you know, killed his daughter and himself. I mean, what kind of sicko would do that in the first place? A psychopath. But guys, I don't even know, like, it's just, you never know what could be going through people's minds these days. But yo, be careful and stay safe out there, because I mean, there are some crazy people in this world. Anyways, you guys, I think that's time to wrap up this video. So make sure, you know, if you do enjoy this video, if you do enjoy my channel, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, you know, comment your thoughts and opinions on this case, you know, just tell me all your thoughts and, you know, the details. I gotta know it all. I mean, I would love to see people's comments and thoughts on this. I mean, if you ever do reach this video, that is, because currently not really a lot of views, not any comments at all, you know, but I do appreciate my one friend who stays completely loyal. I mean, she looks at most of my videos, she comments on half of them. I mean, she is a loyal, great friend. And I mean, I'm sure you know who you are. Shout out to you, my friends. I love you so much. I don't know if I should say your name in this video or not. Jenny. But if you do see this video, well, yeah, I mean, she's the only friend that actually watches my videos and comments under them or even find them interesting at all. I mean, what the hell, man? And to my best friend, who doesn't even watch my videos at all, likes it or commented, yeah, you, I'm calling you out. But I'm not really going to say your name in this video. Or any videos at all, for privacy's sake, because I know how you feel about your name getting out to the world and the internet. Okay, I'm sorry you guys for this last bit, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.